Another track that we have is the song called Loyal to the Soil. That's me and Loud City alongside Luton Fire. One of my first shows I ever did back in 2008, opening for Luton Fire in Seattle. He's recorded for Loud City on dozens of instrumentals and rhythms. So they have a really good working relationship. Luton's a friend of mine. So we hit him up, said, hey man, I got this song, I'd love to send it to you. He said, go ahead, send it through. He went in the studio, shot it one time, boom bang, came out great. It's called Loyal to the Soil. It's a song about showing love and giving flowers to your real friends. I think I wrote this song with Loud City in mind. It's cool that they ended up making the rhythm for it, and then even cooler that we get Luton Faya on it because he is somebody that our whole camp has looked up to for a long time, and then over the years become a brethren that we actually do music with. It's really cool. We have a song called Rock My Boat, and Dan from Loud City says that it's his absolute favorite rhythm that he's ever built. Sometimes I'll send him something and he's a really busy guy, not listen to it or get back to me a week later about it or something. I sent him this track and he got back to me right away. Bro, this is the one. I don't know how you found him. He's a harsh critic of mine and of music in general because he knows what he likes. And for him to give me that validation right away that this was a good song made me know that we were onto something. It's a song about dealing with the ups and downs of life as if it were a storm. All of these different obstacles and tribulations are gonna test us and try to get our boat to tip over and capsize. It doesn't matter how tall the waves are, I'm gonna stay in the boat and keep going. So that one's Rock My Boat, and I'm really proud of that. We have another song on the record, Reggae Days. Quintessential song about living that reggae life. Monday to Sunday, every day is a reggae day. Anytime you see me, it's reggae music. I'm a person who really wants to help bring reggae music to a larger audience and put it on a bigger platform. Whether or not I'm on the platform with it, I want to make sure that reggae rises, you know, and I think songs like Reggae Days definitely can make anybody bop to reggae music. So I hope you guys check that one out. Reggae Days is a good one. As Good as It Seems is a song that we recorded in 2019. It came about sitting in the studio. I had gone up to Seattle. I was living in LA already. So I popped in the studio with Dan and he was just playing me some rhythms and I was just humming some things I had already written. I don't chase my liquor, I only chase my dreams. And he was like, oh, that's it right there. Boom, you got anything else? And literally within 40 minutes, the whole song was done. And I love that because when we released it, we really weren't expecting too much from it, but that's how life goes. It got picked up and put on a big playlist, and all of a sudden it was getting more streams than any of my songs had ever gotten before. It was opening me up to a new audience. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, everything seemed like it was going wrong, and then all of a sudden that happened, and it gave me like a little spark. I started to get more creative, and I think that As Good as It Seems, because it ended up doing pretty well, it sort of inspired me to use the time. No shows, no job, no income, nothing. The whole world was having to take a break, so I just used that time to be as creative as I could. I recorded a ton of songs. I think in 2020 I released 17 or 18 songs. Following year the same. I just kept going, and As Good as It Seems has now turned out to be one of my bigger tunes. It has inspired me to create, and I think it was probably the basis for this whole project. That song doing as well as it did made Loud City and me both take pause and think, wow, we should, you know, revisit this sound because we grew up together and we made music together back in 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, all the way up until when I got stuck in Costa Rica. Loud City was the home team, you know, and so we were making music. We both went our own ways as life has it, and I think that As Good as It Seems was a chance for us to say, oh wow, we actually have something here. We could build off of this sound. So here we are with the project, and As Good as It Seems is the impetus. The album is called Proof of Concept. It's an idea that Dan and I had in the studio on the last day we were there, where we were just talking about this mentality that if you really want it done right, you have to do it yourself. No one's gonna give you a handout in life. No label is ever gonna be interested in you until you're doing all of the aspects of the music game by yourself, and that's facts. And so this album going to serve as the debut for me to so many people, because I think this is world music. This is reggae music, but this is music that can touch every continent. For the last like 10 years, I've basically been pushing, and sometimes I've been working really hard, but I haven't been working really smart. Sometimes I've been going down this way or going down that way and thinking I'm doing the right thing. It's all really just a learning process, and if I look at it like that, eventually I come to the realization that it's all about the journey. And here I am on the journey, finally feeling like after Costa Rica and the pandemic and relocating and getting my life back together, I have some momentum, and this project is the proof of concept for what I'm trying to do, for what I am doing, and how what I have is missing. otherwise.